This is Isla, one of my crested geckos, and recently she's been a little bit naughty because she hasn't really been eating. Now she usually eats a Refusal diet, and although she does take in a small amount, I really don't think it's enough considering my other crested gecko will clean her bowl when she eats. A while ago I did think about changing her onto a Pangea diet, in particular the watermelon and mango, because so many people said that their geckos went crazy for it. And as you've seen in previous videos, my other crested gecko loves it. She really loves it. But with Isla, she doesn't touch it. Even if it's mixed with Refusal, doesn't like it. So the next best thing is the banana and apricot one. Now a lot of you guys told me that your fussy crested geckos will eat this one, and online this had 5 stars, so I figured I'd try it. And the other reason I tried it is because on occasion, and this is really rarely I do this, I put in a little pot of these jelly things in with Isla. I don't do this very often because I have heard they're just full of sugar, and I mainly actually feed them occasionally to my insects. I actually brought quite a lot at one point and I have tons left over. But one thing I noticed is she always favours the banana flavoured one, so I really hope she likes this. Now I have tried her with actual banana mushed up and left in there, but she doesn't touch it at all, so this is definitely going to be a test. Okay, so now I'm going to add in a little bit. Probably put in, this is 1.25 millilitres. Normally put in about 2 of those, so 2.5 millilitres, which is worth half a teaspoon if anyone's interested. Now I know a lot of you really wanted me to try out the insect one, however Isla refuses insects all the time. Like the other day actually, she did eat either a calcium worm or a mealworm, and I was shocked that she actually ate it. I really don't know what made her want to do that, but she did. And other than that, she just flat out refuses insects, so I didn't want to waste my money on an insect one that she wouldn't eat. And also, like, the small packet of Pangea, which was 2 ounces, was £7.50, but I got it from geckodiet.co.uk, and you get free delivery and it's there the next day, so it's pretty handy, but it is expensive. You can also get the food ledgers from that website as well if you're in the UK. So I've added the water, I've mixed it up. I just use a spray bottle to add the water. Some people ask me how much water I add. I really don't know. It really depends on how much you put in, how much like the powder you put in, how much water you need. I don't really follow the guide because, as I say, like if you do require more water, then go for it. This is the kind of consistency I try to aim for, where it's still, it can move like that, but it's not too liquidy. Is liquidy a word? I'm not sure. But also there's not too many clumps in it, because I found with Pangea, when it dries, it goes fluffy, like mouldy, really quick. So I like to put a little bit more liquid in it. Also considering I'm putting it in the daytime, and Isla probably won't see it until another like 5 hours or so, so we want to make sure it doesn't dry out too quick. Okay, so let's add this in. And we'll be back tonight to see whether she's actually eaten some. As you can see, I've just put her back in her coconut because I woke her up to do this video. I felt really bad. And I think she's gone to sleep with her leg hanging out. Okay, so I've introduced Isla to some of the food because she normally eats through the night, so I didn't really see it, and I wanted to make sure she had a taste of it and, you know, she got a bit of food in her. I use a little stick, it's a little bamboo skewer, obviously don't use a sharp end, and I just put a little bit on, and I put it on her nose, obviously avoid the nostrils. She ate it, but I don't think she was particularly enthusiastic about it, but I've just left her near the little milk lid now, see if she'll actually eat any more. Oh! She just licked a bit off. Put a tiny bit on her nose. See if she... See, I think she's more like aiming for her eye, but I just get this stick in the way. So I don't want to put any food on her tongue if she's trying to clean her eye. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to move her and her food back in the tank for tonight, and maybe if she's hungry she'll eat a bit more. We'll have to wait and see in the morning. Okay, so it's the next day and Isla is sat on her coconut. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon. Now, it doesn't look like last night she did eat much of her food at all, though it is hard to tell because it is quite liquid-like. But usually with this food, it does say remove after 24 hours if uneaten, but I've always left it in for about 2 days. So on the first day, quite liquidy like this, and then it starts to clump together by the second day and they sometimes eat it. So I am going to leave it in, just see how she does with it, and I'll report back tomorrow. So it's the second day and it doesn't look like she's really eaten any. One thing it could be temperature. Maybe it's just not warm enough, so maybe I need to increase the heat. Although I don't know this because I have flu at the moment, so I am boiling hot anyway. But yeah, she hasn't eaten that. Last night I actually put a dab of honey on her nose, only a tiny dab. Her and my other crested gecko, and they went pretty crazy for it. I was trying to look into other things they may eat in the wild, and I did read that they sometimes lick the pollen from plants, although I'm not 100% sure what plants they are, so I want to be safe, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, obviously honey is naturally full of sugar, so I didn't want to give them too much. But yeah, looking at her, she doesn't look that bad. I think it's just because my other crested gecko is so chunky. But I'll definitely give her some fresh Pangea tonight and just see how it goes. So it's been a week and still no success with Isla eating her food. So I've made up some more of the Pangea, but this time around I put a tiny bit of Repashy in there. And I've made it very liquidy. Seriously, someone needs to find me a better word than liquidy because I don't even know if that's a word. But I figured she's really good at... Please don't refuse it. She's really good at drinking like still standing water, and maybe because you're gonna go, aren't you? Because this is quite water-like. Maybe she'll drink it. Maybe no, she's gonna jump. Goodbye. Okay, I've had to move her just so she doesn't jump back into her tank, so we can actually get her to eat. There you go. Let's put it under there. This is her little water bottle. So let's just get a little bit. Oh. Well, she's taken some in. And I have to say, if you've ever seen her react to a blueberry, you know that she will tell you when she doesn't like something. So it's not too bad, but she certainly isn't as excited about it as my other gecko is with the other Pangea flavours. Like, she would probably just eat this straight up, but, you know, Isla's a little bit more difficult, to say the least. Like, when they really like the food, they will stick their tongue out to try to lick it, and she is actually a bit. That isn't bad, actually. This is actually looking pretty good. She knows when she's had enough. You can go on my hand. So maybe if you are having trouble with Repashy like I am with Isla, maybe obviously keep some Repashy, try a bit of this, and mix it together a little bit, because I'll tell you something, even with a Repashy, she would not eat it, she would not lick it, she would just walk away. So this is definitely progress. But yeah, so I'm going to keep trying this, I'm going to keep it quite nice and liquidy. Oh my goodness, people, I'm sure tons of you are going to give me some suggestions. The amount of people that commented about paper towel and kitchen roll the last video. But yeah, I'm going to keep it more like this, maybe it'll last a bit longer, and maybe you should actually eat it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and goodbye.